Hello friends, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Vicki and you're with Grammy in the Kitchen. Today we just picked up our Azure order and it's not a big order, but I still want to share with you my savings for this month. So with everything I got, there were three things that I could not find comparison for. One was the ground chicken that my daughter wanted that I went ahead and picked up for her. One is a tea infuser, and the other one were the onions. So outside of those three items, if I would have got everything else from Amazon, it would have been $281.53. Minus those three items from my Azure order was $203.74. So that was the savings today for $77.78. We're going to go through the items and then I'll tell you the price that I paid with Azure and how much it would have been on Amazon, and I'll break down the shipping and everything at the end. Okay, we're going to start off with 5 pounds of green beans. Now I'll take this bag of green beans and I'll put them in 8-ounce vacuum seal bags and stick it in the freezer for easy grab, single serve. So this green beans with Azure was $16.85, and it is organic. Now if I would have gotten the same product at Amazon, they had a 365 brand and they came in a 1 pound bag. So if I would have bought 5 of those bags, it would have been $14.95. And that would have been a savings getting through Amazon versus getting through Azure. So it would have been $1, $2, about $2 cheaper. But since I'm already picking up an Azure order, I figured this was the easiest cost and more of a cost effectiveness on my part. The next thing we have is green peas right here, and it comes in a 5 pound bag just like the beans. And I'll do the same thing with this. I'll just put this in 8-ounce vacuum seal bag, stick it in the freezer. And this bag of green peas was $16.39. On Amazon, they had the 365 brand in 1 pound bags. And if I would have gotten 5 of those, it would have been $18.45. So I did save with Azure on this product. Next thing I got was a tea infuser. And I didn't even look on Amazon for this. I'm sure they have it. But you put loose tea in here and you drop it in your teacup, and you don't have to worry about fishing out your loose tea leaves. And this was $3.92. And I did stock up on spices this time. So I have a 1 pound bag of coriander. And this bag of coriander was $5.20 for 5 pounds. Closest thing I can find on Amazon was called Eat Well Premium brand, and it was 15 ounces, and that was $9.99. So this was $5.20. Amazon was $9.99. Had some savings there. 4-ounce bag of cardamom seed grounds, and this was $13.39. Closest I can find on Amazon was called Spice of Life, and for 4 ounces that was $9.99. So there was 2 items I could have saved with Amazon, but I'm okay. This is a gluten-free, GMO-free. The next thing I have is nutmeg grounds, and this was $7.09. The closest I could find on Amazon was Spice of Life, 4 ounces for $7.99. 4 ounces of nutmeg. This was $14.96. They did have Spice of Life, 4 ounces for $9.99. Could have saved a little bit, but I'm okay. This is also organic. I don't think the Spice of Life was organic. Another spice I have is a pound of chili powder. The chili powder was $7.22. The closest I could find on Amazon was a McCormick brand, and it was 22 ounces, and it was $12.61. So if you comes up to 57 cents an ounce, and this was 45 cents an ounce. So this is a pound of basil, cut and sifted, and it's organic. And this was $8.49. I use a lot of basil in this house. I cook a lot of Italian or an Italian inspired dishes. And I also share this with both of my daughters. So this pound will probably last me a couple months. But the closest I can find on Amazon was an Anthony's Organic, and it came in an 8-ounce bag, and that was $11.49. So if I would have had to buy 2 of those, would have been $22.98. This was $8.49. Big savings there. Alright, so the difference between spices and herbs is this is a pound of spice. You can see right there. This is a pound of herbs. So just give you an example of what a pound of spice and a pound of herbs look like. The next product I got was 10 pounds of onions. And it came in this white bag. So 10 pounds of onion was $16.79. Could not find anything on Amazon equivalent to this. So that's $1.67 a pound. Great price on organic onions. Okay, the next thing we have is a 25-pound bag of hard white wheat, organic, and it was $36.97. Closest I could find on Amazon was a 24-pound bag, and it was $54.50. Big savings on the hard white wheat through Azure. I picked up a 5-pound bag of green lentils. I use lentils in a lot of my dishes when I want to add more fiber or more grains to meat dishes. They break up beautiful in the dish. You can't see it. I'm going to be making a taco filling for you guys that takes red lentils. Nobody knows. But the green lentils was, for 5 pounds, was $10.44. Closest thing I can find on Amazon was called a 365 brand, and 1 pound was $3.45. If I were to get 5 pounds, it would have been $17.49. We paid $10.44. And I picked up some popcorn. The grandkids are loving popcorn every time they come to Grammy's house. So this is an organic mushroom popcorn. No, it does not taste like mushroom. It has to do with the way it pops. But this popcorn was, for 5 pounds, was $10.55. Closest thing I can find on Amazon was a Princeton popcorn. 2 pounds was $19.99. Make that equivalent of 5 pounds would have been $49.97. $10.55. The last thing on my order, I picked up another gallon of olive oil. And this olive oil was $56.20. The closest I can find on Amazon was Bragg's, 1 gallon for $59.99. savings on this also. And then as usual, we get the flyer. We'll look at that and see what's going on in there. So my daughter asked me to pick up some ground chicken for her because she prefers ground chicken over ground turkey. So I picked up 4 of these 1-pound packages of Mary's chicken. It's not an organic, but it is chicken raised with no antibiotics ever, fed a vegetarian diet, no added hormones, gluten-free, air chilled, and it's a 93 lean, 7% fat. And they were, for 4 pounds, $29.77. Let's do them. The chicken came up to $7.44 a pound. Being that it's no antibiotics or any, and they're vegetarian fed, that's a good price. Again, I could not find anything like that on Amazon. Alright, so that was everything. So my total was $254.19. The shipping was 8.5%, and it's by weight, and it comes up to $21.61. My invoice total was $250.80, and my Azure cash from last month that I was got a discount this month was $8.88. So everything right here was $241.94. So that was my savings this month of $77.78. And they had a survey. I got an email for a survey, and taking the survey, I was able to get $25 off of my order also. So I did receive that $25 discount. Now, while I was at the drop, the driver said there was a couple boxes that was left from previous drops, and he was selling them through Azure for 20% off. And there were 2 items there that I went ahead and picked up. One of them was this collagen peptide, and it was regular price $29.21 minus the 20%. I ended up paying $23.37 for this 1-pound bag of collagen peptide. Was this polenta. It's a polenta grit mix, and it was it's 5 pounds, and it's regular price $10.79 minus the 20%. I'm going to pay $8.76. So I was able to get 2 items at a discount because they were left on the truck from previous order, and they have no way of getting this back to Washington, back to Azure. So they do offer customers at the drop if they want to pick up some items at a discount. So I decided to pick those up. I have not been charged for those, but on good faith, they know I will, so it's okay. They got my credit card number. They'll get their money. So if you find this haul interesting, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that like button. We would love to have you part of the Grammy family. So until next time, well, before I leave, if you are interested in Azure, and see if there's an Azure close to you, because they're all over this country. I just happened to go to the website yesterday. I'm not leaving my drop. I love my drop. The people at my drop are wonderful. But I was trying to see where are they in my area. And there's probably about 10 drops within an hour of my house. The one I go to is only 30 minutes away, and it's fine with me. But they have drops 10 drops within an hour of my location. So if I have 10 drops near me, I'm sure there's one near you. So if you decide to purchase from Azure, if you don't mind, hit the link below. I do get $25 if you spend $100 or more on your first order within 100 days of signing up. But that's nor here nor there. I love these people. I love what they stand by. I love the food. This is how I grocery shop for my home, and I hope you get some information from here that you could take to your home and learn how to shop monthly or buy in bulk and storage for your family, where you can buy real food, organic, non-GMO, healthy, real ingredients food for your family, so you can make real meals that your family would like. For instance, I knew the grandkids were coming over today, so I made another hamburger helper, and this is a cheeseburger macaroni, and I didn't make a video of it, but the grandson says they were delicious and they would want it again. So next time I make that, I will bring you along so you can see how it's done. You don't need a hamburger helper box to make a delicious meal that your family will love. So with that being said, hit that link below, go to Azure, check them out, sign up with a drop, start purchasing your food. You don't have to buy 25 pounds. You could buy 5 pounds. You could buy 1 pound. Just buy what you need, and then once you get a little back stock, then you can add to it, and then buy the 5 pounds, and then buy the 25 pounds, and have food security in your pantry, in your home, in case of an emergency. I'm not talking about the emergency of the end of the world, the zombie apocalypse. I don't know why I can't say that word. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about loss of job, a medical emergency. You need to help your friends or your family because they're going through something difficult. It's not only food security for you and your family, it could be possibly food security for someone else. So, like I said, I do share a lot of my herbs and my dry goods with my children, but I'm secured enough in my food knowing that I can do that without deplenishing what I have. So I encourage you, please go check out this website, sign up, find a delivery drop point near your house, meet some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And speaking of wonderful people, I'm also going to link down below for Tammy. She's a really, really good friend of mine at our Azure Drop. She does a lot of medical stuff, and there are all kinds of things in there, like, you got a cold, take this. If you have the flu, take this. If you just feel a little run down and you need some energy, she's got a cure for you, a remedy for you. She's also got on there like sprouting, if you want to get into sprouting. Sprouting is something I want to do, and I'm going to check her website about sprouting because that is something I'm very interested in. Have fresh greens in the winter from just sprouting certain seeds or certain products. So I'm interested in that, and I might bring you along while I'm doing it. So now, thanks for joining me. I do appreciate you and taking time out of your day to spend with me as we talk about Azure ordering while we're cooking real food using real ingredients to nourish our families' bodies. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye, friends.